let's talk about Kamala and the swipe of her pen and how she tried to give me 15 years at 23 years old and take me away from my 2-year-old daughter and ruin my career.
The video that I'm about to play for you is an honest confession from somebody who has dealt personally with Kamala Harris when she was the district attorney of San Francisco. And, she was subsequently the Attorney General of California, my great state. My great state is in an absolute disarray, as most of you guys know this. I want you to listen to this story carefully. This is firsthand, eyewitness, experiential evidence to what I've been saying about Kamala Harris forever. Listen to this.
My pen, I can charge someone with a misdemeanor, the lowest level offense possible. And by virtue of that swipe of my pen, you will have to go to a courthouse and stand in line. You will have to come out of pocket and hire an attorney. You may get arrested for a few hours. You will be embarrassed in your community. You will miss time from coming onto the Google campus. All because with the swipe of my pen, I've charged you with a crime, which I may choose to dismiss 2 weeks later. It's an incredible amount of power. And you want to make sure that the people who have this kind of power are taking seriously the response.
So let's talk about Kamala and the swipe of her pen and how she tried to give me 15 years at 23 years old and take me away from my 2-year-old daughter and ruin my career. I was driving down the street. I was young, 23 years old, working at a mortgage company, the largest in the world, making about 300 grand, which is pretty good at 23 years old, almost 25 years ago when there wasn't social media. Had a flashy car, a bunch of jewelry because I'm young and dumb, and I get pulled over. Because of the way I look, tattoos, fancy car, jewelry, they illegally search me, find 4 Vicodin pills that the dentist prescribed me for a root canal, but I didn't have them in a pill bottle. I didn't know it's illegal to carry them just loose in your pocket. So they smile while they arrest me, and I find out they charge me with 3 felonies: possession of a controlled substance, transportation of a controlled substance, and possession of a controlled substance to sell. So I have to go get a lawyer, spend 10 grand to represent me, and I ask him, how the can they charge me with possession to sell and possession to, for myself? It's one or the other, isn't it? Long story short, Kamala and them wanted to lock me up for 15 years and said there's no way this guy's getting off without a felony. My lawyer says this guy's a brand new father. He works at a mortgage company 60 hours a week. He made an honest mistake. This should be knocked down to a misdemeanor at best, or not just drop the charges altogether. Kamala and them said, no way, this guy's going to prison over 4 Vicodin pills. So my lawyer said, Shane, don't worry, Kamala's a joke. She doesn't know how to do her job. She's an idiot. I'll get you off the first time I talk to a lawyer. So I go to the pretrial hearing to see if there's enough evidence for them to prosecute me, and my lawyer said he dropped all charges for an illegal search warrant. So there, I think it's done. Me and my lawyer celebrate. We go and get lunch. And before I even can get home, Kamala, because she doesn't like to lose and she wants to lock up an innocent father for 15 years, refiled charges saying that my lawyer blindsided her with an illegal search warrant. So with that stroke of her pen, she just cost me more money, because now I got to pay my lawyer another $2,500 to show up in court to get these charges dropped again. So I get my day in court 2 weeks later, same verdict. But this time the judge looks at Kamala and says, if I see him in my courtroom again, it's going to be your ass and on the line, not his. Shane, I apologize, and you're free to go with all charges dropped. But that's what Kamala wanted to do with her pen. And you want to give her the power of the presidency? No way are we going to allow that to happen.
Kudos to that judge for standing up to Kamala Harris in such a fashion. That's how you kind of have to. Trump sort of said this in his podcast interview with Lex Friedman. He said, sometimes you gotta just stand up to these guys. You gotta fight back. If you don't fight back, they're gonna walk all over you. These guys are ruthless. They are so ruthless that they come at you with these smiles. They come at you with this phony gesture of goodwill. I want to help you. I'm here for the people. I'm here for you. It's such BS. It's 100. Dennis Quaid said something really interesting. Is Trump a jerk? Is he an a-hole? Yeah, but he's my jerk. He's my a-hole. And you know what? His authenticity rings absolutely true to me. Is there a lot of things I wish he wouldn't do? Of course. Is there a lot of things I wish he wouldn't say? Of course. But he is the right person for this job. He's already done it for 4 years. We all prospered. There were 0 wars. We had secure borders. I could afford to take my kids on vacation. I could afford gas. I could afford my utility bills. I could afford everything. Everybody was prosperous. And he knew how to deal with people like President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin. He knows how to deal with these people. You want a tough prick. God forbid anything happens to you. God forbid anything happens to me. We get, caught in some legal battle. We want the prick. I'll take the prick any day of the week. I want the prick. That's who I want. I just like saying prick. Okay, I apologize. With the stroke of her pen, unqualified, destroyed my state, destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco is a dystopia right now. You can't even recognize San Francisco. Our state, California, my home state, is in absolute tatters. It's a shadow of itself. She had one job as vice president. One job. And she blew it. Not just blew it, I mean tragically, train wreck fashion, abolished, demolished, destroyed, failed on a level that you can't even measure. It's the little things, y'all. It's the little things. Things like that. That little stroke of my pen and that incident. Kudos to OGWise23 is an account on TikTok. I give all credit to him. Thank you for sharing your story. If you happen to be watching, God bless you, brother. I don't approve of you driving and recording because it's dangerous. I don't approve of that, but I love your story. So please stop doing that. But I love your story, and your story rings true, and I believe 100%. And thank God for that judge. And thank God you didn't get taken away from your daughter for something so absolutely pitiful as having a few prescribed medications in your pocket. Not even, that's ridiculous. There's no way we can give this vermin, power-hungry, phony, fake accent, lion-ass dog, Kamala, the ultimate pen. We can't give it to her.